Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Colbert.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've never gotten anything so nice that I deserved less, except maybe my wife. Considering what you veterans do for our country and what I do at our country, I can't help but suspect on some level that I'm being punked right now. That Paul Rieckhoff got a bunch of veterans together a couple of days before Veterans Day to see if I actually have an ego big enough to walk off stage with this thing. And I'm man enough to admit that I do, and I will. You will need the jaws of life to get this out of my hands. This will go on my mantle next to my Emmys and my Grammys and my Peabodys and my Best Mantle Award. But even if I have the balls to accept it, and I can't believe that I do, I'm not really the reason you should be giving it to me or to my show. Everyone on my staff, all the writers, all the producers, all the staff, all the crew, have thought all the time for years about ways we could honor the service of veterans in whatever way possible in the ridiculous little comedy show that we have. And there are a few people who have, I think, deserve special recognition in that regard. I want to point out that my talent producer, Emily Lazar, has continually pitched over and over again any way to include service members for years. My supervising producer, Tanya Bracco-Michnovich, Tanya has apparently kept up personally with every single service member, soldier, sailor, or Marine we have ever had on the show. I think she's had them all over for dinner. My co-executive producer, Meredith Bennett, has made all of our crazy attempts to honor servicemen and women real, whether it's taking the show to Iraq or recarpeting our entire studio with live grass so that returning servicemen can run their bare toes through it. Also, my execs, Tom Purcell, my head writer, Barry Julian, my co-exec, Rich Dom, have slaved to make it funny. Producers like Matt Lappin, who's sitting down there right now, running all over Iraq, trying to find something funny for me to be doing in a 125-degree hellscape that feels like we're slowly being polished by a sandstorm at all times. And I also want to thank the IAVA and Paul Rieckhoff for educating all of us on the things we do on the show. Because we've heard a lot about I am the 99%. I am the 99%. I am one of the 99% of Americans who have not served in the military, have not served in our 2 wars. And I don't necessarily know the life of the military. I don't know the life of a veteran, but we can call on Paul or other members of the military and say, does this joke work? Does this mean anything to you? And they've given us some insight into what your life has been like overseas while you're sacrificing for us. And some idea of what it's like to be back over here and to be thanked. And we do thank you for your service. But often that's all we do, is thank you for your service. And we ask you to sacrifice when you're away from us at war, and we ask you to sacrifice again when you're back here after you're no longer at war, after you're no longer in the military, when you're veterans. One of the things I've learned from the IAVA recently, I'd like to share with you right now. With the Congressional Super Committee trying to cut $1.2 trillion from the nation's budget, everyone realizes how much the veterans have sacrificed. In fact, the Senate and House Veterans Affairs Committees sent the Supercommittee recently a letter suggesting that you people are so good at sacrificing, you should do more of it. The letter reads, in part, quote, "We believe no constituency better understands the challenge America faces, and no constituency is better suited to, again, lead by example by putting country first." The suggestion is that you're so good at putting country first that you won't mind when we cut your health benefits, rather than making the rest of us sacrifice. Well, I say, you've already put your country first over and over again. Maybe it's time for the rest of us to put our country first, so you get to keep your health benefits. Because I know all of you know how to serve your country and put it first, but I don't know military protocol. Perhaps you could tell me, do you have to salute Congress when they look like they're flipping you the bird? So thank you so much for this award. Again, I really share this with everybody on my staff who has made any of the shows that we've done in our small way to honor what you have done. But you've really honored us by trusting us as a place that you can come tell your stories, and some place that you can trust your dignity, though if you saw any of the shows with General Odierno, he was mistaken in that trust. So thank you again. It's a tremendous honor. And I also want to thank Comedy Central for giving us the ability to do the shows and supporting us every time we've tried to do one of them. Thank you so much. God bless all of you.